Any of us watches Tollywood movies? The movies that you make in Telangana, yeah, they say that every Tollywood movie is got a very happy ending. You are happy when it's over. My session also was a happy ending to all of that we had today for the PM ELI lecture series. But I guess it's been a fantastic day, great learning. And I know that Nandakumar has got a hard stop at 6:30. He's going to go for the hat trick, right? So try and ensure that it's finished before that. Is that right? So this one is about driving effective and efficient programs. And I think across the day we looked at various challenges in implementation, looked at various approaches, and across the day, including diversity from Shiva, including a little bit of culture and safety from Sunil, and also understanding how the Vidyasagar is the epitome of culture, as we say, EEC Vidyasagar is what they call it. He also given us a lot of insights, and it's made the job easier because the challenge we have is implementing safety, and there are various platforms that you can do it, and there is the process safety, the personal safety, the facility safety, as we call it. Some people in the world divide the world into three types, and these are three types of things. So the personal safety we had looked at, and we understood how we manage that. We looked at a little bit of behavioral safety, part of the safety and culture. Facility safety, of course, something that is more relevant. But the happy ending for all of you guys here is, this is going to see the real first pharmaceutical case study, right? Yeah. People on the left, I hope you're happy. People on the right, I hope this is where you wake up now. Yeah, we give you two case studies and end with the pharmaceutical case study. I can see the smiles going because the entire day, the entire pharma hub of the world was saying, where is pharma, where is pharma? It's going to come. And we'll talk about that in the process safety part of that. But I'll begin with one of the most humongous cases where process safety can go wrong. And where is this? Where is this? What is this? Which facility is this? What is this? Any idea what is this? Anybody who was woken up in this month of December many, many years ago, 30+ years ago, will remember this. Where is this? Of course we know it. We know it. And I'm just trying to get my wife to go to a marriage there this week as we speak. This is Bhopal. I married a girl from Bhopal, and she was one of the, I'm not sure of the victim, but she was one of the survivors of the Bhopal gas tragedy. She got a small compensation, of course, which is one of the best things that I found when I married her. The small money that comes in every month. But that is in some way she's got affected by that. I'm not sure if Vinay's test can see how her affectation is. So sometimes she goes crazy, and I think that's the Bhopal gas tragedy effect. But having said that, the horrific effect of the picture that you see is a stark reminder, and like I said, it's possibly flexible, but perhaps after the Bhopal gas tragedy, the world really woke up to the importance of what is this disaster all about. Like I said, process is different from the other kinds of safety in various ways. Process safety is maybe it happens once in a blue moon. The other kind of incidents result in accidents that happen at a regular frequency. The consequence of that is not so bad, but a process safety might happen once in a blue moon, but when that happens, it's a tremendous catastrophe. And that blue moon seems to be happening a lot nowadays. That's the worry, as you see. Small picture that we saw on the earlier slides are predictive of that. But what then is the definition of process safety? It's the prevention and mitigation of unintentional releases of potentially dangerous materials of energy, that's what it says. And this talks about how the prevention of leaks, spills, equipment malfunction, overpressure, excessive temperatures, corrosion, metal fatigue, other similar conditions can be arrested is what it talks about. We discussed a little bit about the lead and lag indicators, and you can able to look at how you measure leaks, spills, malfunction, overpressure, strips, corrosion. You get an answer to what are the lead indicators you can measure in process safety, but we'll come to that in a minute. This was about, and I think the industry, I know the one thing about India, we depend on this fantastic technology, this most powerful tool, this app that gets us all the information that we need. WhatsApp, of course, you are right. But these guys have other things that they have, and we have the CSV videos and stuff there. But this was, like I said, the first job in a company where I got into safety. And this company walked and talked safety. Every meeting began with safety. Every function, every communication was with safety. And when this incident happened, this was a major shock then, because this company was getting safety right, HSE right from 1997. It was acquired by Amoco, but this saw some declining injury rates. 97 to 2005 saw injury rates going down. There was this thing that happened on 23rd March, also the day of the legend of progressing, as they say. And I was at Texas City a year after ground zero, but the company was open and transparent and as much as investigated the incident. And every day of the incident there was a communication, the leader's right back as we call it, that came before the Baker panel published this report. And we had a slide pack with speaker notes, communication to everybody on what was the findings, what are the learnings, and we also launched in various aspects of how we could attempt to ensure that it's done, equipment integrity, etc. There's a lot of things that happened there. The communication was very transparent within the company, and also this was of course published across. So unlike what happens here, we rely on WhatsApp to get information on incidents, but this was published across. And the Baker panel has made the entire information open. And of course, you're aware of why it's important, why processor is important. But the report also talked about some issues about the gaps in, this is a term, might watch out, but this is a small, you can call it a process, behavioral safety issue, workplace issue, slip, trip and fall, and walked out on the bag also, just be careful to mind the bag there, no trips hazard. We're talking of safety culture, talking of process safety culture here. And we're talking of process safety management systems and performance evaluation, corrective action, and corporate oversight. And this talks about what are the elements and essential of the process safety management. So I'll cut to the chain and come back to what the entire Baker report said. So what are the findings of this Baker panel report? And this was a report that was published available to the public. This report said that BP had not adequately established a process safety culture. First time I was hearing of it. BP had not provided effective leadership on or established appropriate operational expectations regarding process safety performance. It emphasized personal safety. Like I said, every leader did advanced safety audits, did safety observations, did stop, but it emphasized personal safety, but not process safety. So mistakenly used improving personal safety records, like the incident rate, frequency, all that is going up, but it is not an indication of acceptable process safety performance. Also, the reliance on this data and inadequate process safety understanding created a false sense of confidence, the complacence that came in, that all was well, because that disaster struck. It also had not adopted a positive, trusting and open environment with effective lines of communication, and did not have a designated high-ranking leader for process safety, again, dedicated to refining business. And finally, the corporate initiatives, and happens with many organizations, when you start many initiatives in digitalization, you kind of over personnel and there's a possible detriment to the critical aspects of technical safety or process safety. So this is the major crux of the findings, that there was a gap in the process safety culture at BP after the Texas City refinery incident. And I think if you reflect on what this is, sometimes if you see an organization very, very good, and you find that there is some elements of culture that is very much there. You see a display, you see tickers, you see everybody walking the talk, everyone talking safety. But at the heart of it, if this is missing, you remember what happened in Bhopal, what went wrong in Bhopal? Friends, gentlemen, what went wrong in Bhopal? Yeah, MIC leak, why? Yeah, corrosion of equipment, lack of processing information, people didn't know what happened, emergency response was poor.
Standby is not in operation.
Standby not in operation, and
Scupper system.
was non-functional. And in a sense, there was a leadership failure is what they said. The success of the leader got away, but that apart. So what happened after that, and I know where it started, but it was triggered by the Bhopal gas tragedy. The OSHA promulgated the what's called the Process Safety Management Standard. This is the one that looks at highly hazardous chemicals and is used as a template for process safety worldwide. The OSHA, the US Occupational Safety Administration, did that standard out here. The CCP, the Center of Chemical and Process Safety, also did about the risk-based process safety. There was the American Petroleum Institute, the EPA, and the UK Health and Safety Executive that also started and focused on standards that worked across. BP also did a large work in trying to put together a combination of these. And my journey is talking of where I left from here and how I came into my first job in the actual refining world at this refinery in the West Coast called SR. And this story is about how we implemented process safety management, and it's very important for the pharma folks because this learning is what I took into the pharma world also. Here is one approach about how we implement process safety management. Before lunch, if you remember, I talked about implementing this through various other techniques, innovative techniques called the 6TH. What is that? 6 times. 6 times, you want to think 6 thinking hats, right? Do not forget Edward de Bono, one for the creativity. If you work creatively, you succeed in life. If you don't, you destined to failure. So this was the element, the typical 14 elements of the process safety management. The typical, if you look at the first 13, it talks about the process safety information, the pre-startup safety review, the emergency planning and response, the operating procedures, employee participant safety culture, cut to 6, work permit system, management of change, product safety management, mechanic integrity, and asset reliability, which you call MICA. You can also call it asset integrity, but that's the one it's term here. Process hazard analysis, incident investigation, and compliance audits and training is the last one that we can discuss right now. So looking at these elements is what you use to build the process safety culture and implement process safety. So you can look at it, these are divided into various elements. This one look at the process safety aspects of it. This one look at what is common to both process and personal safety. I think it's what the last slide, the last presentation, that this is the elements of safety overall. And if you get process safety right, you get overall safety right. But you can see this is the way it is divided into the three sections of here. And these are the ones that go to look at how the management review, the compliance audit, the employee participation managed well in a process safety structure. So you can see process safety is not something that is only restricted to a technical kind of industry, not to a refining or healthcare. It's overall a common approach that could work for all industries across, and this is why this talks of that particular pie chart here. So let's see what we did. So in a refinery that was about to get commissioned in the West Coast, and this was in the year 2006, 7, 8, what we did was we took 5 at a time. We took 5 elements of process safety at a time, and we built in these. So with the refinery that was commissioning, you got lots of projects to be done, contractors coming in, and you got lots of projects to be commissioned. So what we did was we started pre-startup safety review. Then upon the safety team was available, we took up safe operating procedures or safe working procedures. We needed to have a fire safety team. Of course, every refinery has got a fire tender. We had 2 fire tenders and a fire group. We had emergency response plan put in place. We had participation safety culture. We had safety as part of the overall team organizations. We had employee participation safety culture. Process safety information, how to ensure that we plan the entire refinery, the siting, etc., including hazard, operative study, etc. So these were what we took up first. So these elements of safety, as you can see, who are the owners? Who typically implements a process safety management rollout in any industry? Who would normally lead a PSM effort? It would normally be a safety guy or process safety guy, right? So like we talked about accountability and responsibility in the morning in terms of zones. So here what we did was we did the same concept in building it into process safety management elements. So the project team was most accountable for owning and guiding the contractors in ensuring that mobilize the activities and control the contractors across the pre-startup and the commissioning activities. So therefore the project team managed this element of process safety. The operation team was able to ensure they looked at all the procedures and ensure safety was factored in as part of that. They had the fire services team looking at emergency response, setting up the fire tender, ensuring the turnout, doing drills, ensuring fire safety preparedness. The HR team ensured that everybody in the refinery, as part of the commissioning, including employees and contractors, built in a safety committee, safety is part of the culture. The technical services did the entire zoning, the battery areas, the non-battery areas, what was the technical information, what are the tankages, what are the MOCs, they got all of that and got that into process safety information. So this was what was done in the first year. We got 5 heads of all these functions, the head of project, the head of operations, the head of fire safety, the head of HR, the head of technical services, to own each of the elements, understand that, put up teams together, put up milestones month on month. Well, of course, as we did that, we also looked at process hazard analysis. It began with that, but of course, we started with the second year. Management change related to quality control. The permit to work is a basic administrative control to manage check. The PHO done to the process team, the mechanical integrity, asset reliability, or the asset details done to the engineering team. You're aware of the black hat that we had that. And there was contract safety management again, led by projects because we have lot of, we have 15,000 contractors working in the site within the commission. As you can see, this is the way that we rolled out the 5 elements in the next year, and of course ended up with the incident investigation, training and communication, compliance audits by operations, L&D and safety. So the message here is that we got the functional heads to own their elements, to put in crack teams, so the process safety team that supported them, but we got the elements of process safety embedded within each of the functions, they owned it and they drove process safety across the refinery. As you can see, it was integrated with the business plan. Each of the functional heads had a basic challenge to ensure they designed the entire PSM element, understood it, and there were a lot of Indian Oil public sector unit guys who understood this very well. We got in also experts, including the commissioning experts, to help us in that. But this is the way that the entire thing was done. As you can see, the business owner of the entire elements of process safety were all the head of the various functions, and the process ownership to ensure the process systems and the check was done and ensure the timelines were met was done by the health safety environment team. As you can see, all of these guys are a specific process owner, but it was done by the business owner. The ownership was well defined. And that's the way this worked very well. So we had a challenge and we had improvement, we had metrics, we had month-on-month targets set, and we had tracking of each of the status of implementation. And this is the way we managed to ensure that we tracked the status, got the target set, and ensure that each of the elements was monitored, status was defined, and periodic reviews done. The safety team ensured the reviews happened, and the man who had some information, the head of the refinery, the guy from Tactics, he ensured that the systems worked well. Like I said, in the refining kind of commissioning area, difficult to go without a major fire or a major calamity. That's what this one was, one success story that worked well. What is also like you saw Sunil Kartani defined it, the British Sword of Honor. But this is a great story of how the PSM elements are embedded within the entire refining teams and was monitored here. So the focus was on a roadmap to build it. We started this in 2007, implemented in 2009. We also did a phased roll of each of the elements, implemented all of these 13 elements in the entire standards there. We benchmarked each of the elements, risk-based process safety, the OSHA, and did that element out here. We also did the integration with the management system, that's 14,000 9,000 and the OSHA 18,000 that time. We did an integrated refinery management system in 9 months. We got this also commissioned. So this was what was done. And this integration of the process safety management was done with the new and the expansion projects which are also the design state. So in every way you can say that process safety management was embedded in design of the refinery at the SR Energy. So that's the story of how we implemented process safety management at a refinery and got successful results. Now this is the challenge that I have after getting in so many days, 900 plus days. I almost had the Midas touch, and with that great aura, I came into healthcare. I came into a fantastic company called Dr. Reddy's, and you know what happened? I thought it was a benign industry, healthcare is easier, nothing will happen. In the first 8 months, we had 3 12 fatalities. And I think these studies, these examples of case studies, the first one we had 2 people dying in a clean room where there was nitrogen asphyxiations. There were 2 others who went up in a hoist carrying solvents in an open barrel, in the aware of that. And the entire thing, there was a flash, there was perhaps, you know what happened. Normally in Hyderabad is one of the areas of static is a major challenge, and you have problems with that. So there was entire fire there, and there was the entire half the plant burnt down. There was a touch wood, thanks to fire door, the entire plant did, but there was another major disaster. So this is a series of 6 fatalities that happened. I'm not sure if you still have it, but on the YouTube you still have versions of each of the incidents happening. And in terms of sharing of information, maybe one thing, and there was a platform called the Lezor. I don't know if you heard of it. Lezor stands for the lupin, L for the lupin, A for Aurobindo, Z for Zydus, O for Orchid, R for Ranbaxy, and R Reddy's. So this is a platform that we had of pharma giants, the Indian pharma people who got together. I was the head of the safety platform, and we shared all the information, not only on safety, but all the aspects of material handling, everything. I think like the IPAC and what we spoke about, lack of sharing with the government, and the other platform we said. So the one platform that shared openly, so I can say very confidently that the precaution that we had put in place in one company, in my company, after the nitrogen gas asphyxiation, put in oxygen monitors, oxygen sensors, and ensured that the calculations were done here. But I think although we did little, all the other companies in the pharma space, including the ones in Hyderabad, Banjara, and across the country, they had put in the precautions even ahead of us. So the learning that happened very well, I can say well that the sharing and learning from experience happened very well in this particular story. But cut to what is the challenges in pharma. As you can see, the pharma is about APIs, all of the APIs, the active pharmaceutical ingredients, the bulk drugs, and then the formulation, what goes in, what that gets into. The operational hazards of the APIs you're all aware of, handling other chemicals, carrying other reactions, using large quantities of solvents, handling explosive powders. We hadn't heard of dust explosions in this industry. This is something that came up, and understanding that with formulations also. Again, explosive powders and operating, tableting, filling and packaging numbers. So this is something that was the biggest learning of the challenges of process hazards and the risks in pharmaceuticals also. And I think given the number of the cluster of industries at Hyderabad in the pharma belt, be it Bonaram or Chidipilla, if you have a disaster there, a small fire there, it can be a disastrous thing. I remember we had, there was a conference of parties, one of the ones where the World Biodiversity Conference was held, and they said that because of the pollution caused by the industry, they said stop their activities until this conference is over. But I guess that's all the challenges we face now. And even today as we grow, although we are trying to get ease of doing business and ensuring pharmaceutical growth, what are the challenges managing healthcare in the belt in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana? So I think you've seen this earlier, and I showed you a small picture, and I'll not go through this again. But these are also what is called the typical 22 elements, and this is the DuPont model. We ran this healthcare model after the 6 fatalities we got in DuPont, getting the perception, Shankar will talk about that in a second. But we also try to understand what are the elements of what we will do. So these are 22 elements of the DuPont safety wheel compared to the 13 we saw again in the OSHA. We looked at 12 elements that looks at behavioral safety, and the remaining 40 elements looks at process safety and risk management. As I remember the new standards, the ISO 18000 from OSHA 18001 now is about what is called the ISO 45K. It talks a lot of risk management. So this is where this came out, looking at process safety and risk management elements. This looks at the same 22 elements, but it's what? So now management of change is split into the management of change facilities, management of change sudden change, management of change first personnel. So this is where this is in a different way. A nice take on process safety can be managed in a different. So you can look at it here. There is this three. There is the scope here. It's got personnel, technology, and facilities. So for the pre-startup safety, the mechanical utility, and the MOC facilities as part of facilities. You have the MOC, employee participation, safety, contractors, incident investigation, MOC planning and response, MOC personnel, and auditing as part of the personnel. And you got technology as part of process information, PHA, operating procedures and safe practices, and MOC technology. So you can see the elements are kind of split out and nicely balanced across the wheels of this entire PSM structure here. Nothing different, it's same old wine in the old bottle, but it's some way, a better way of adopting the PSM model as an approach to implementation of PSM. Another take on how we can implement it, that's shown out here. So like I talked about the safety perception survey, now you have an employee participation in safety culture through various ways. You also have satisfaction survey, you got employee engagement, you got great place survey. But this is the first time we ran a real safety perception survey looking at process safety management and looking at the elements of process safety management. The same 22 elements are what the benchmark for questions, and this is the baseline of where we started this journey of implementing process safety to understanding where we are. So in terms of the fundamentals, to awareness, to scale, to excellence, to world class, as you can see, our baseline showed that we were at the nascent stage, what we call the pathological, as we say, or the reactive stage. So this is where we were in terms of process safety culture also. I think some of the elements are kind of in awareness, otherwise it is short of what we need. So understanding the baseline is the important thing to start with. Having taken this as a baseline, we then took it up to take up the various elements, and what did we do? We talked about accountability, we built accountability in the various businesses. Dr. Reddy's has a fantastic structure. It has a corporate structure, a business structure, SB structure, a business structure, and then a site structure. We have elements of each of these, what are the findings? So what are the gaps? The biggest gaps in the elements were what we took to identify and build a process safety management element there. We took up work streams towards each of these. You can see here, rules, procedures, one about defining rules and procedures for safety across. We had safety observations, which is also the behavioral safety part of it, looking at safety observations, interventions, conversations. Contact and safety management, biggest challenge in most industries here, training, incident investigation, safety communication, all the emergency response plan, PSM 1 and 2, the PSI, PHA, mechanical unity, MOC, PSSR, operating safety and health also. So we had committees across these led by the business heads, the head operations, and the heads of each of these sites, who the HODs were the people who were champions and led these. So these are the people who own each of these elements, work streams, and this was something that was started in the year 2012. To this day, each of these teams have a monthly meeting with cross-functional reviews and engagement that shows that the transformation of Parivartan is something that is really there to this day. So the entire structure that was there, talked of embedding it in or integrating it in the line or building it into a DNA, this was a structure that was embedded there. And in most of the companies where I've seen this implemented, be it Orchid, be it Hospira, wherever it is, I also see that this structure has really defined the way people understand process safety and manage it efficiently. So this was how the entire safety organization managed the journey towards excellence, and this was how the entire transformation and approach towards process safety management was attempted here. So friends, I'll show you two case studies. One, closer to your heart, the pharmaceutical, where this structure, looking at a baseline for safety perception survey, understanding the elements, what's the critical elements, look at a containment plan, and then building the process safety management structure across the corporate through the views at the sites. Each location had this one, site structure. Each of these had champions led by the line, functional owners, HODs, who identified and led and understood these supported by DuPont and ensured that this integrated well to ensure zero harm. So this is the story of this model work. In the refining example, I talked about how 13 elements were used with some industry expertise to manage and integrate with the ISO management system also to have a safe process safety management culture. That's what process safety management, like I said, is an incident that can be a catastrophic one that happens once in a blue moon. Like I said, we pray that the blue moon doesn't come in too often now, but this is the story of how that happened. As you're aware, like I said, the workplace safety has this parameters like here. The process safety management has, like I said, the kind of catastrophe at the top of it is a similar pyramid here. We usually tend to look at, like we said in DP, in the Texas City incident, that this is what we tend to look at these kind of incidents, the workplace related ones, and tend to benchmark and talk the culture about that. But this puts it on a bigger scale, looking at how we look at minor observations, minor fires, minor sparks, trips, interlocks, bypasses, and what we talked about, integrity, vessels, quality assurance issues, all these are the base of the process safety management pyramid. The same way we focus on fixing the foundation of workplace safety, you need to ensure that you look at formulating your approach towards getting the lead indicators right here, and as I said, formulations of these will ensure a lead lag indicator as a measure. As the maturity of the process industry and the pharmaceutical industry and the refining industry is also, the process safety KPIs are not well defined. Having said that, it's more rocket science in what you would like to measure to ensure that you're getting a lead lag combination and focus on what you can think of and do better. A proactive approach to process safety is as important as we speak here. Like you said, the areas to focus again, like we always learn from the incidents. I talked in the morning about how we look at the hierarchy of incidents, the why you would ask to get to the bottom of why the causes are, starting from the enterprise causes to the organizational enabling systems, and then to the human error, the operating error, the human error, and the physical factors. Same way, you need to ensure that any incident, even a small trip, is identified and investigated. A high potential incident or a near miss here could be a real big disaster that is waiting to happen. So while you do all that, you must also ensure that you build in a focus on looking at the tomorrow's headlines. What will be tomorrow's papers? What will be tomorrow's headlines? What will the tech and political scene tomorrow? So what can go wrong? And while you always look at, when you go for a walkthrough, you always tend to look at what is the important, critical ones, you look at the major trips, hazards, look at the workplace hassles. Having an eye for process safety hazards is about how you like to mature and see how the entire journey goes. So this challenge here is how to ensure that you look at process safety in a different way. So finally, process safety management is not so much about managing safety, it's about managing processes. So the bottom line is, if you manage your processes effectively, you'll be able to manage PSM right and get that entire thing done. So that, in a sense, was my attempt towards talking about two case studies for process safety management. I think this is the more difficult part of the journey to ensure that anything that you do is sitting on a catastrophe, the solvents we have, the kind of used oil that we have, the kind of challenges we have in the pharmaceutical industries. If you're able to manage the processes well, you'll be able to manage process safety right. I think we'll get them accelerated or at a speed that is 4 times the actual speed that they had so far. With that, I think we should get them time for at least 4 questions.
Yes. Any questions?